I'm Connor Frost, and I'm currently a CIS major at Georgia State University.
So here's a little walkthrough on how to sort, split, and filter data in Excel 2016. So here I have my data set, and it's all clumped up into one big column in column A. So to make this data a little bit more readable, we're going to go to the data ribbon and select text to columns. Hit next. Now in order to actually split the column into multiple columns, we're going to have to set a delimiter. To better help you understand what a delimiter is, here's an example set of data. Notice how every state is separated by a comma. This means we can use the comma as a delimiter to separate the states. A delimiter doesn't have to be a comma. It could be an exclamation point or a question mark or even the letter E if you really wanted to. But in our case, we're just going to use the comma. So we're just going to select comma, hit next, and then finish. Now our data has been neatly separated into 3 separate columns. I'm going to use the Format Painter to help emphasize the headers of the data. Now we're going to organize our data from A to Z. We begin by selecting all 3 columns of our data, going to Sort and Filter on the right, and selecting Custom Sort. Where it says Sort By, you're going to want to select Hero, then hit Add Level, then by Last, and this time set the order to Z to A, hit Add Level again, then by First. Now all of our data is sorted from A to Z by hero. The next thing we're going to look at is a filter. So make sure all 3 columns of your data is selected. Select the data ribbon, then hit filter. Now all the headers of your data will have a drop-down box next to them. Now let's say you wanted to have only heroes with the first letter of their first name beginning with a J. You could use filters to do that. You're going to want to click the drop-down box on the first column, select Text Filters, Begins With, and in the text field, just put the letter J. Hit OK, and now you see that Excel only shows the heroes if their first letter of their first name is J. Now let's say you wanted to count how many heroes had the first letter of their first name as J. Well, you could do that with a function called subtotal. The subtotal function requires 2 arguments. The first argument is the number of the function you want to use. In our case, we're going to want to use 103, count A. The count A function only counts cells if they are not empty. The reason we're using 103 instead of 3 is because 103 only counts visible cells. If we were to use 3 instead of 103, it would return every single value regardless if it's filtered or not, while 103 only returns filter values. The second argument is the cell range. So in our case, we're going to use the last names of all of our heroes. So we're going to use B2 through B9999. The subtotal function returned 14 heroes in total, which is correct.